ってるぞ。それがお前の癖か。だがいいぞ。もっとやれ。
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is back with part 7. This is a fantastic first episode. Not only is it a wonderful 45 minutes, but the introduction to a wide range of really fun characters. Diego, Poco Loco, Sandman, Gyro, and Johnny, all of them with their own unique quirks and reasons for racing in the... Personally, as someone who has spent a lot of time doing cross-country races, I really feel attached to Sandman immediately. What an awesome character who just relies on his own body to take him across the US. So I'm looking forward to learning more about him. I also really love how Gyro seems to be the only person with any kind of powers. It adds a mystery to every other character. Do they already have powers? Will they gain powers during the... Diego, he studies the movement of his opponent's horses to get ahead. Poco Loco is just lucky, and Johnny is a former professional jockey, and Sandman just runs. Being a cross-country race is such a rad premise. I really enjoy a movie called The Cannonball Run. It's a comedy with a bunch of famous actors and figures from the 80s racing across the US. Is that movie, but JoJoified, and I'm excited to learn more about how much more JoJo this JoJo show will get. Now, I have read a bit of part 7 about 2-ish years ago. My memory is a bit hazy, but I most certainly remember where I stopped, which is the insanely out of nowhere twist that happens fairly early on. So I'm excited to see however that moment gets animated. I did have a worry going into part 7, which is how they will animate all those damn horses. Animating hundreds of 2D horses is incredibly labor intensive, if not impossible. So I was expecting they would rely on 3D, but fans like myself don't think of David Production as a 3D studio like a Studio Orange. So I was hesitant, but they nailed it. It looks like they're using so many techniques to keep the horses looking great in every scene. Most scenes, I don't even notice whether they're using 3D or 2D horses. They've done an outstanding job with the modeling, texturing, and animating of those horses. Even in scenes where they're using a 3D character, the horses still look so perfectly 2D, I can't even tell. I worried that the 3D would be distracting from the 2D backgrounds and characters. David Productions has done a fantastic job. Based on the horses' animations, it appears that they may be reusing animations. I really hope this is true. The animators deserve a break and probably should be focusing their time on the more unique animations with the horses. At the time of writing this, Annie Trends interviewed the director Yasuhiro Kimura. The director confirms the difficulties of animating horses and the different techniques they had to use to make it look good. He says, "I ended up inventing a totally new running style for..." It's not realistic and it's a little deformed, but I think it still looks like a horse and people will think it looks cool. I definitely do think it looks cool. Overall, episode 1 has been absolutely incredible. It feels good to have JoJo back in my soul. Funny enough, I don't know when they'll release episode 2, and neither does the director according to Annie Trend's interview. So who knows how long we'll be waiting, but after seeing episode 1, take your time, make it the best, because if episode 1 is anything to go by, holy, we are in for one of the best, if not the best, JoJo season to date, just based off the animation alone and what they're building up. So I cannot wait. That's it for me. Thank you all so much for taking time to watch this video. And of course, before I leave off, I cannot forget how much of a banger the main theme is. I am constantly listening to it every single day. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye now. Bye-bye. Bye!